Welcome into the Browns Report Live, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here on this fine Wednesday afternoon, as we usually do here on the Browns Report. I am your host, Joey O'Donohue. I mean, we got so much to get into today here, folks, but real quick, did anybody see the ESPN reports? We just made a video on this, so go watch the video and like the video if you haven't already. But Jeremy Fowler of ESPN said there's a possibility the Cleveland Browns would trade Myles Garrett by the deadline. Is that not insane? I mean, get active in the chat right now. If anyone saw those reports that Myles Garrett could be on the move before the deadline, I think there's no way, no how. But ESPN is saying so, and so it's definitely a source worth looking into. Like I said, go watch the video that we made on this already if you want to know the latest and the actual possibility of it happening. I already see Euphoric7 saying, please no. Yeah, right? I mean, that's the last thing we would need is to trade our best player. But Jerry Fowler's saying it, and so Original saying, let me guess, still no Shedeur, LOL. Well, we got a Shedeur update for you on today's show as well. We'll find out some more after the bye week, but it is the bye week, ladies and gentlemen. Rest up, like the video. We got a break. We cannot lose this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for the Cleveland Browns. Let's go. Finally, don't have to watch the offense this Sunday. Hit that like button if you're hyped up. We get some rest. Cleveland Browns on a bye. We'll come back and face the Jets in Week 10. That's a dub if I've ever heard one. And if it's not, well then absolutely you're benching Dillon Gabriel. Am I right or am I right? Tone with the $2 super chat. Right on cue. Saying bench Gabriel, please. Tone, good to see you. Thank you so much for that, too. You should know, ladies and gentlemen, if you super chat with a take or a question, we'll try to get you in today's show. We'll shout out everybody who sends in a super chat. We'll put you on the screen, and we will do a Q&A at the very end of the video. Rose with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Rose. Let's go. It's true. We get to rest. Like the video. Don't have to watch that offense this week. Let's make some changes. Stefanski said he might give up play calling as well, ladies and gentlemen. Said they are thinking, they're looking at all things. OC Tommy Reese in the mix to call the plays. I mean, he did this last year. Let Ken Dorsey call some plays. So, see what happens this year. Tone, bench Gabriel, please. Joey, oh. Tone, I love that. I love how you do that. Kind of with you at this point. And I've been saying Shedeur is a better QB in the room. I didn't know Gabriel was this bad, though. When we got some numbers on today's show, folks, that's going to make your jaw drop when you see some of the metrics, advanced stats into Dillon Gabriel's performances. So don't go anywhere. We got to look at those. But what do you guys think in the chat? Are we benching Gabriel? I have a live poll going in there. Vote if you haven't already. Do you bench Dillon Gabriel after the bye? Fancy said they won't do it, but what do the Browns fans want to do? Rose, finally, a Sunday where they won't hurt me. Well, you'd be surprised, Rose. But yes, they might still do something. But Rose, I'm so with you. Finally, we can't lose a football game this Sunday, folks. Get hyped. Hey, I'll actually be going live on Chat Sports main channel if you guys still want to come hang out with me. I'll be doing the NFL Red Zone stream this week. It's going to be super exciting. I'm hyped about that. You can watch some Red Zone once again. Finally, I'll get to watch some touchdowns offensively. It'll be great. You guys can join me for that if you want. Seen some people talking about Garrett again in the chat. I mean, that is crazy. Jeremy Fowler came out and said he honestly doesn't think he thinks it's possible the Browns would move Myles Garrett, which is crazy. Watch that video that we made if you haven't already.
I don't think it's happening.
I don't think so.
There's no way.
No way.
They would not. I mean, Huntington Bank Stadium would collapse.
They would.
The Browns fans would destroy everything.
Yeah, just in time for the new stadium. Exactly. And But yeah, no, I'm hearing sources saying that they haven't even talked about it. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Got to get on ESPN about this. It's crazy. before it says Tommy Reese calling plays is a step closer to seeing Shedeur. I low-key agree with that. I think a big part of this is Stefanski and Gabriel kind of tied. We're going to talk about that on today's show as well. We've got the latest, the updates on number 12, on Shedeur Sanders. Stefanski talked about the plan, his injury. We'll talk about it. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. Mel Kiper put out a big board. It's time to think about the draft a little bit, Browns fans. I got some of the big names that you are going to want to key in on. Stay tuned for that. And then, as always, it's a Q&A mailbag. Super chat to get on the show. We've had 2 already. We'll give you a shout-out. We'll put you on the screen. Or comment in that comment section. Joshua Miller in the chat. Oh. Or use that hashtag Browns in the comment section, and we'll pick some for the video. I don't see Josh's. No, I don't see. Let me refresh. Joshua Miller, $2 super chat. Can watch a legit offense in the Lions Sunday. Yeah, they're way more legit than ours. We give them that. Give them that, man. Viewer activity. Yep. Oh, cool. Oh, that's pretty good. I see. I'm here for the viewers, so that's what people are saying, is you have to go back and forth now on the new update. Okay. Yeah.
For the people, Rose with a $5 super chat. For the people who we're talking about, so YouTube updated their dashboard and how you look at everything. It's the most annoying thing. It's like the same thing as like you go to the gas station every time you go to get gas.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you go like maybe like depending on how long you drive, like maybe like every like 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And after like a month or maybe like after like 6 months, they changed the entire button system of the gas station, of getting gas, how you put your card in. It's like, what are we doing? It worked before. Why are we changing up anything?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's funny. Rose with the 5. Clearly, a quarterback was not the biggest concern this season. This draft, we need to focus on O-line and wide receivers. Rose, I'm so with you. Garrett, stay tuned for our second video today, Rose. I may or may not say this exact same thing.
Rose, did you look at our script that we did?
That's how you know Rose got a great take here. I'm about to say literally the same thing. Wide receiver and O-line. Lock in, Browns fans. It'll be another thing we talk about is, do the Browns really look at a quarterback that's on Mel Kiper's big board when the draft comes around? I mean, obviously, I don't want to say obviously, but Gabriel is not looking like the answer to me. And we have not seen Shedeur play yet. So, what do you do? What do you do? We shall see. Rose said, shh, don't worry about it.
Wait, Joshua, what do you got? My 8-year-old is a soccer savant. 11 goals in 5 games.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I have a soccer sweatshirt on earlier today.
Chick-fil-A for dinner.
No way.
That is great, Josh. Josh, that's awesome. 1, that's awesome for your 8-year-old. Congrats. And for Chick-fil-A, that's awesome too. What is your order at Chick-fil-A? What's everyone's order at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, drop those Chick-fil-A orders in the chat. Maybe we'll have to hit it up later, Reed, after the stream. Low-key, get some Chick-fil-A sauce.
It's annoying though because we don't live close to a Chick-fil-A.
Dang. R.I.P. All right, folks. What do you think is our biggest need? I'm thinking OL and wide receiver. That's what I'm thinking, Daryl. That's what Rose is thinking. I think it's got to be. Like I said, we're going to talk about it on our second show today, so I don't want to give away too much, but just know, I got answers coming for that. Literally those exact questions. So this is good, Browns fans. This is good. Keep those questions coming.
All
Super
right, what
chat
do we
with
got?
him.
What do we got? Chicken deluxe with fries. Like chicken sandwich deluxe. Spicy wolf or just regular?
Mm.
I like the spicy. Nicholas, 10-piece nug, fries, lemonade, and those cookies. The cookies are
Those
good.
cookies, man.
Those cookies.
Those cookies.
Wolf, the regular sandwich is good too. Anything from Chick-fil-A is good.
This guy said, "Let me get one Stefanski, no cheese, pickles, and a shovel pass on third down to go." A little play action sack, maybe.
That'll be $40 million a year.
Yeah. We gotta get broccoli in this chat. the old play action sack from KS. But yeah, folks, like I said, lots to get into on today's show. First thing I'm going to start with is the big Shedeur Sanders news, stuff that Stefanski told us, and what are his actual chances of playing soon? What's going on? How are they handling it? How are they treating him? We got the news, the latest on 12. And then, like I said, Mel Kiper put out his big board. We'll talk about that. Hey, did those come out good? Oh, yeah, sweet. Go for it. I like that. Original saying we got to get another tight end, too. We might if we move on from Njoku, which is another trade rumor.
I feel like you should get like a veteran tight end, like depending on you got to look at the free agent contracts and stuff, but like signing someone who like maybe a backup, but like because Harold Fannin looks great.
He does. Yeah.
He looks great. Yeah. Like I think moving on from Njoku is not a bad idea because you can get something for him for sure.
Right.
And you have some promising future in Harold Fannin. But I think somebody like a Zach Ertz, who towards the end of the year, like a veteran who may not be starting anymore, but still has some juice left in the league, sign him. But I think the Commanders still have him for another year.
Yeah. X20 Cameron could be good for the mailbag. Saying #Browns. I hope Garrett leaves. Garrett deserves better. That's the other part of Myles Garrett that Browns fans are split on. Is half of them. ESPN Cleveland was like going off on him, saying like, you were going to leave the city, you requested a trade, and you stay for money. But then he's also putting up historic performances, and he's frustrated losing on his team. So it's like, what do you think, Browns fans? Do you feel bad for him? Why for yes and for no?
Do you feel bad for somebody who's getting paid $40 million a year
right?
to play football?
I
don't know.
I don't know. At least
he decided to stay.
Right? At least maybe I'm just a high off his Sunday performance, but at least like he still seems like fully into it and he's playing at a ridiculous level. And he's clearly his emotions are still into it. Like he wants to be winning. He wants to be winning in Cleveland. It seems like. But now if Myles knew that he could have easily got this contract somewhere else, because at the time it was historic, but now he's probably looking at Parsons' deal, Watt's deal, Hutchinson's deal, all on much better teams. It's like, shoot, anyone in the league would have given him $40 million a year. Honestly, at this point. At the time, it was crazy.
At the time, it was crazy. So it's like you kind of have to get what's given to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like take what's given to you, but like if you knew, it's kind of tough though, because it's like
we have hindsight.
You can say that with like Prize Picks. You'd be like, oh, I'm gonna take them more on this, and they get hurt and they're out for the season, and it's like, oh no. Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't have taken the more, and I would have saved my money.
Right.
It's like. In hindsight, you would have wanted to get traded to a different team, but like, at the time, nobody wanted to pay you $40 million a year except for the Browns.
That's the thing with these deals. Yeah, at the time, it's like, oh my gosh, That's the most anyone's ever gotten that isn't a quarterback. And now multiple people have gotten that money. I want to say Jamar Chase got a deal that fat as well. Yeah, 30-something mil maybe. Like, I got to look it up. Rose said Arch ain't shit. Yeah, like, I think like a year ago, Arch Manning would have probably been the top of the big board, and now we're just not seeing it. Wonder where he would go if he's in the draft, Arch Manning. Yeah, he might like Shedeur. He might be a 5th rounder. Be crazy. Joshua Miller, Aiden Hutchinson got the bag today. That was big. That was crazy. That was some money. Not as much as Parsons still, but it was close. You got a question or a take? Super chat with it to be part of our video that we're doing at the end of the stream. We got to give you guys the update videos. First, though, we're going to talk Shedeur. We're going to talk draft targets. Everything Browns fans need to know ahead of the bye week here. So buckle up. Enjoy the show. Mility said Sanders is electric. It's one of my favorite words. We're going to talk about him right now. You want to know what's going on with him? Why they're not using him? I got you. Let's talk about the latest, the words of Coach as well. Sweet. We ready? All right. Might as well. We got the latest update on Shedeur Sanders from head coach Kevin Stefanski himself. Why are the Browns not using him? It's finally time to give some answers. We're going to talk about the plan for Shedeur coming up. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss what Cleveland's doing with him. And let's get hyped up to bring in number 12 very soon. If you're a diehard Browns fan, smash that hype button. How do you do that? If you go to the comments section on the mobile app of YouTube, you scroll right, you'll see a hype this video thing. Put some hype points on it. Show the hype, because you know number 12 brings hype to the football teams that he goes to. All right. They finally cannot have Stefanski avoid the question. Or can he? Reporter says, why wouldn't you, just to see if he does anything to the offense, give him, Shedeur, an opportunity to go in there and play? Stefanski said, yeah, honestly, my focus is where we are right now, Mary Kay. That's not my focus. He's avoiding it every single week. What does Shedeur think about this? Well, Brad Stainbrook, Cleveland Browns reporter, put out an Instagram post calling for Shedeur to start. He starts the post off saying, I've seen enough of Dillon Gabriel. It's time to put in Shedeur Sanders. Stainbrook then tweeted out that Shedeur liked this Instagram post right here in the likes. Now, I went on it myself and searched a couple days later. I couldn't find Shedeur's name in the likes, so maybe he unliked it. But this is a screenshot that the reporter put out on Twitter. So, see how much truth there is to it, but there's photo evidence. And, of course, Shedeur wants to play. I told you guys, he has that mentality. He wants to step in there and be great. And I don't understand why we're not having this conversation. Why Kevin Stefanski's not giving us answers. Why not even considering looking Shedeur Sanders' way right now? Are you watching Dillon Gabriel's performances the past few weeks? Yikes. Here's some numbers for you. His passing grade, according to PFF, is 47.6. That's worst among all starting quarterbacks. His completion percentage, 59.9, fourth worst. All right, this is where it gets jaw-dropping, folks, because his yards per attempt are 4.9, also worst among starting quarterbacks. So how do you throw the shortest passes of any quarterback and have the fourth worst completion percentage? You're not taking deep shots, and you're still inefficient. He's tied 7th in turnover-worthy plays. He's also dead last in average completed air yards. The average is 3.2 yards for our completions, ladies and gentlemen. Just take a look at it. Look at the numbers. Soak that in. It's unbelievable. And when you look at the turnover-worthy plays, in comparison to the amount of times he has a big-time throw, which is usually 20-plus yards, well, we barely take big-time throws. You see Dillon Gabriel in the bottom left there, and he still has some turnover-worthy plays. We don't take risks, yet it's risky. It's honestly so bad what we're watching. And, I tried to give him a break the first couple weeks. He's just starting. It takes time to develop quarterbacks. But I didn't know it would be this bad. I'll even eat my words. Like, this might be worse than Flacco. This might be worse than what we saw with Joe Flacco. I thought it couldn't get worse than Flacco with the 8 turnovers. The offense has looked worse the past couple weeks. And maybe I'm just pissed off because I've been watching it. There needs to be a conversation about why Dillon Gabriel is the starting quarterback of this football team. It makes no sense. Some people have started to dive into some other theories, and we're just going to report the facts on it here. An ESPN article talked about the Browns head coach's agent. The CAA influence in Cleveland is similar to athletes first in Chicago. Jimmy Sexton, who declined to comment for this story, has represented the past 2 Browns head coaches, Freddie Kitchens, you guys remember him, and Kevin Stefanski. And another CAA agent represents Andrew Berry. Well, you know what other coaches are represented by the CAA agency? Dan Lanning, head coach of Oregon's football team, Brent Venables, and Gus Malzahn, Reed's Florida State offensive coordinator. All 3 of these coaches, Dillon Gabriel played for. So Dillon Gabriel's coaches have the same agency as the Browns head coach. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe this is why they're so keen on Gabriel. Maybe that's why they took him in the 3rd round, because who else had Dillon Gabriel going in the 3rd round of the NFL draft? Who had Gabriel ahead of Shedeur in draft rankings? Nobody. They love the kid. They really thought he would be better than 12. And listen, I'm going based off the last few weeks that we've seen. He's been off. There's no secret that this is Stefanski's pick. They're trying to push Gabriel to be the starter. They're going to keep rolling with him. He's still declining to comment on Shedeur. This seems like what they want to do going forward. Stefanski very clearly doesn't want to turn to Shedeur. His actions are evidence of this. No matter what point of the season we're at, he's been trying to turn away from putting in 12. You could start all the way in the preseason when Shedeur was quarterback 4 on a depth chart that had Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, and Dillon Gabriel. He was then named quarterback 3 when Flacco was benched. So we said, all right, we're not going to use Flacco anymore, but Shedeur will still be underneath Flacco? Don't get it. And to this point, he has never gotten reps with first-teamers at all. That's just clear that you're not trying to develop the quarterback to go in very soon. They're trying to avoid this as long as possible. They're picking Gabriel. And I don't understand why. At this point, it's ludicrous to not have the conversation that Shedeur should start over Gabriel after the bye against the Jets in Week 10. How could you not take a look at this? We're all calling for it. Guess what? Andrew Berry will not speak to the media during the bye week for the first time in his tenure as the GM. Now he's ducking the questions. Literally, 6 years he's been a GM. It's tradition that the GM speaks during the bye week. Andrew Berry is not going to. What is going on? Every day it gets fishier and fishier. The Cleveland Browns playing for Shedeur. And I bet if Andrew Berry was speaking, there's a lot of questions that he would be ducking. Probably get asked, why was Flacco traded to a division rival, Cincinnati Bengals? Why did you not draft a wide receiver or an offensive lineman in the 2025 NFL draft? Are those not our biggest needs? Why is Shedeur not being developed? Why is he not gotten reps with first teamers? Why is this not a conversation? I bet multiple reporters would be asking Berry about Shedeur. They're not trying to give us answers. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Makes no sense. And I understand they're going to stick with Gabriel for a couple weeks. But there's no reason, you can't tell me week 12, 13, 14, that we shouldn't see Shedeur. Remember, Browns did not draft the offensive lineman in 2025. And you knew coming into the season that we had 4 starting linemen on contract years. And tackles are a massive issue right now. You couldn't predict the DeJuan Jones injury. I get it. It's not like he was one of the best starting tackles in the league. No. A lot of questions Andrew Berry should be answering, and he's ducking them this week. If you were a reporter, what would you ask him? Comment below, Browns fans. One question for Andrew Berry. you're granted, what would it be? What do you want to know most from our GM? Tell me in that comment section below. Coming up on the show, Stefanski was asked for an update on Shedeur Sanders' back injury. We will talk about that, how that affects the Browns going forward, and his chances to play. But first, super excited to tell you that this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks, the hard-hitting football app. Action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Football is in full swing now on Sundays. All is right with the world, and I'm big into daily fantasy with Prize Picks. I'm obsessed with it because it makes all the games more entertaining. And before the Browns play, I lock in on all my players in my lineup and their player projections. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. And Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. If that happens to me in my lineup this week, I could still make money. And my favorite picks are quarterbacks more than half a passing touchdown. Bryce Young, feel like any quarterback could throw one. CJ Stroud, more than half a passing touchdown. Josh Allen against the Chiefs, though, expect a shootout, more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. I'm going to be making money this week. You can too if you download the app today and use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It is good to be right. So where is Shedeur Sanders? What are the Browns doing with him? Well, like I said, he's not gotten any reps with the first teamers. So they're trying not to develop him to be the starter anytime soon. It tells me that you're going to have to wait a few weeks before we see 12, which is probably going to outrage some people, especially if Dillon Gabriel loses to the Jets. Week 11, there should be no excuse. Then, in a blowout game against the Dolphins, even though Shedeur was QB2 that day, the only day of any game day that he has been the official backup, he was not put in that game when it was 31-6. Who does that? Finally, he was suddenly inactive with a back injury on Sunday, and it really came out of nowhere. A lot of people thought it was fishy. I don't like to be the one to speculate, but it was fishy. And Stefanski was asked about it. So they asked him, Kevin, how did Shedeur hurt the back? He was like, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, nothing specific. He just came in and was stiff. Huh? Just stiff? It's not a back injury. He's sore? He was out there warming up? Now, that's almost enough evidence you need to just say, well, no, they just ruled him out. He's a little bit stiff. Yeah. No reason to have him available. I don't know, Browns fans. It's getting weird. I think he doesn't want to deal with it when Gabriel plays bad like he has been. I think he doesn't want to deal with the noise and the reporter questions. Whereas if Shedeur is just inactive, there's not like you could call fans can be screaming, put in Shedeur. Chants at the stadium, put in Shedeur. If he's not available, he doesn't have to deal with that necessarily. And I think it's time, to be honest with you, to put in Shedeur Sanders. They won't do it. But it's clear that this is not a winning recipe with Gabriel and this offense. And I understand the Browns have a lot of issues on the offense. But the numbers I just showed you about Dillon Gabriel and average yards per play being dead last in the NFL, it's probably the worst quarterback you could put into a bad situation. Like, that's why I'm saying, Flacco's turning it over, but he was taking shots. Honestly, it might have been slightly better. It really might have been. It was awful, though. Don't get me wrong. And this is awful. And this is where we're at, Browns fans. So, tell me I'm crazy for saying we should put in Shedeur. I don't think so. Would you do it? Would you bench Gabriel for Shedeur right now? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Let me know what you think in that comment section, Browns fans. Look, I'm not saying it's going to solve all our problems. No, I don't think so. But I think now, with confidence, I can say it can't be worse than this. The offense is no way it could be this bad with Shedeur. I mean, for real. Tell me I'm wrong about that. So hopefully they develop him. I also will say I still think they do bench Gabriel at some point in the next couple weeks. But what we know right now, Stefanski says that is not going to be the case. He said, I'm sticking with Gabriel after the bye. And then it's only a matter of time, folks. If this play keeps up, if those numbers keep up, no way, no how would they run Gabriel the rest of the season. Come on. Go on over to X. Drop me a follow at Joey070 if you want to talk some more about this. Also, make sure you are subscribed to the Browns Report. Folks, I look forward to hearing all your opinions in the comments section. Appreciate you all for tuning in, being subscribed to the family. We're nearly at 57,000 subs. You guys are the best. Hit that sub button if you want constant Browns updates and want to know what's going on with the quarterbacks, Shedeur included. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Woo! Hi. Prentice, thank you. Says, just want to give you props. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Steelers Nation here. I watch you daily for Shedeur updates. Wow. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's why I do them, man. People are interested. Original's got a good point here. Yes, only if Stefanski doesn't call the plays. I do think he's tied to Gabriel. Like, all the actions I've gone over, it's evidence. You know? I mean, have you seen that a bit, Reed? That it's like just all the ways, all the things I was talking about. Like, clearly, Stefanski's trying to go. They don't want to have to turn to Shedeur. It seems like, because that's the pick they made, and who knows? Maybe his job really is on the line if he's wrong about Gabriel.
I mean, maybe. I wouldn't put that out of the question.
You know what I mean?
Like, I wonder if we also got a super chat from John Sears.
Oh.
I wouldn't put that out of the question. I also think, like, you want to ride with your guy.
Right.
Like, imagine it was flipped.
Right.
Shedeur's in, and that's Stefanski's guy. You know what I mean? Like, he picked him.
Right.
And he's just doing terrible.
Right.
And you're like, oh, man. You're like, I want to stick with him. I want to see what happens. I don't want to go to the guy that we picked second.
Right.
I don't want to go there yet.
Right.
But I think if he has another bad week, you have to. And if you don't,
I think
then it gets questionable.
Right.
Just because not even Shedeur. How about just try something new?
Yeah.
You got somebody else on the roster that can do something else, like maybe contribute in a different way, whether it be Shedeur, whether it be John Williams, or just Will Smith, like literally just anybody. How about anybody else to change up this offense and try something new?
It might be Deshaun Watson time in a month. Like it's getting crazy. I mean, what's up, Mike, Nintendo Master? Mike, I'm trying to move up on those power rankings, man. What's going on? I got one of the best producers at Chat Sports here with me, at least. I'm getting carried by Reed.
Mike I appreciate the top three. Hey, we know who the real number one is. If you want to move Jack up to number one, that's fine. We know who the real number one is.
Mike, I actually need you to move me up on the rankings because, like, our boss James is like looking at him. Please help me out, man. Talk to me, man. Super chat coming in. John Sears. John, thank you so much for $2. Put Harold Fannin Jr. in as our wide receiver one. Dude, he's athletic, and he is a reception machine. Now, the problem is, what if they move Njoku, though? Also, Njoku getting hurt recently. So, but John, I think he'd be a beast at wide receiver. But he's cooking a tight end, too, so we got to give him that. Appreciate the super chat. Rose, $2 super chat. Do not say the damn W word. I know, Rose, I'm with you. I felt that too a couple weeks ago. And, Watson's stats were so awful last time he played for the Browns.
It's so rough because it's like, I don't know if anyone remember last year. It's kind of tough. Like when you don't think about it for a while, and you're like,
yeah.
When you've had a couple of different people play quarterback, and you're like, well, maybe if we go back to him, he was bad. Really he held onto the ball for way too long.
It was really
Sometimes
bad.
People were like, oh, it's the offensive line. It was him. He sucked.
Yeah. Mike Nintendo says, Joe, you will move up depending on how you do, which you have done well. Well, thank you, Mike Nintendo Master. He says, let's see how it goes. See how it goes. And then he said he got to head out. See you next time. Mike, thank you, man. Hopefully that was enough sample size for you. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, Rose, that's it was so bad. I feel you. You remember. We need something different though, pretty soon. For the Cleveland Browns, man. I mean, those Gabriel numbers were shocking though, right? Like, because that's the thing. Like, if Gabriel wasn't playing like literally the worst quarterback in the league,
I love how you're like, your completion percentage is 4th worst among starting quarterbacks,
right?
and you throw the least amount.
Yeah, you take you throw
per
the
play,
short,
like
the
per throw is short. It's short every time, less than
Yeah.
5 yards, and you can't complete that. That's terrible.
It's really, really bad. And you're tied 7th in turnover-worthy plays. You barely throw it. It's crazy. Average completion is 3 yards. What? I don't know.
First of all, like, if you don't play him after this bye, understandable. Maybe you get Dillon extra week of reps.
Yeah.
See how he does against a terrible team.
Mm-hmm.
They are coming off a win. Momentum's good for them.
The Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see what they do this week.
You know what I saw? I think the Jets opened as a favorite,
Oh my God.
which is awful. They're at home. I think it was like -2.5. It's ridiculous.
Mike said it was it was good. You can expect a move up,
Let's go.
but by how much will be up to the live stream of the game goes this week. So unfortunately,
I have a bye week, Mike.
there's a bye week, but he will be on Red Zone on our main channel.
Yeah.
So you can go over there and see how he does.
Mike.
Not talking about the Browns.
Yeah, it'd be a good test. Come check me out. I'll be on Chat Sports Main. They got like 400K subs. It's big. It's a big channel. They're trusting me, Mike. But yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, if Gabriel was playing middle of the pack kind of play, the noise would be quieter. But it's been that bad where it's like you have to have the conversation after 4 weeks, you know? That's where we're at. AFX, $5 super chat. You said Toolman. If you look, we've been in the game first half, even with Gabe's bad gameplay. Second half, Fancy doesn't adjust. Huh? Oh, Josiah, if we lose against the Jets, Gabriel has to be benched. If not, rumors are true. Stefanski is truly a Shedeur hater. I mean, yeah, that's what, if they lose to the New York Jets, blow the whole thing up. Bench Gabriel, fire Stefanski, everything. The Jets are a joke. They're a bigger joke than us. That's saying something. Time in, giving a W to AFX. My little boy Joe, I'm so happy to see you again, bro. Let's play one more game. Is that supposed to be me?
Is that like, that feels like a riddle. Like,
Yeah.
You ready to play one more game?
AFX, give me a riddle. I like riddles. Thank you for the $5 super chat, though. AFX, still seeing that girl you told us about? You still got that girlfriend? Let us know. We keep up with the fans here. Joshua Miller putting in a question. The hashtag Browns.
Josh asking who is our best franchise QB option in the 2026 draft currently. I would go Mendoza from Indiana University.
Over Dante.
IU.
Over Dante Moore.
Yeah.
Be funny if we drafted another Oregon quarterback. We're going to talk about that later on the show as well. Don't you guys worry. Don't you worry. Toolman, when you could do better with the Wildcat and no quarterback, something is wrong. They literally did that. 2 of the touchdowns in the Dolphins game. They went Wildcat straight up to Judkins. And he scored the 2 touchdowns. They put Gabriel off the field in the red zone and said, just Judkins take the snap and go to work. No shot. Jay Schwan says there's not a quarterback that's better than Shedeur. Facts. Low key, though. That's why I'm not saying draft a quarterback yet. I want to see Shedeur.
Yeah, if they draft a quarterback, that means the second half of the season, just both quarterbacks were not good.
Right.
If they draft a quarterback without seeing Shedeur,
yeah,
fire everybody, blow it up,
blow it up. Yeah, that would be crazy if they didn't at least evaluate him this year. Well, that would just show that it's like they're not even considering him. That's what it's been the first half, and we're all screaming, put him in. Put him in. Yeah. Josiah, when Shedeur is starting, who'll be QB2? Watson? Or Gabriel? Oh, AFX, man. Oh, man, bro. Hey, AFX.
Sorry,
bro.
AFX.
Sorry, man. Hey, AFX, we love you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. I actually kind of just stopped talking to this one girl recently as well. Well, she told me it wasn't going to work out. So I'm feeling you. AFX said, no, she dumped me. We're still friends. We hang out. But she said I'm like a brother to her, so I'm upset. Oh, man, dude. Hey, we're with you, AFX. You're still in college, right? Because you'll find the one soon, man. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. It wasn't meant to be. And we're here for you. Aren't we, Reed?
Yeah.
Browns Report?
We are.
Let's go.
We are here for you.
Whatever you need, AFX. Rose! Rose bleeps out Deshaun's name. AFX again with the $2. Appreciate you all. Rose, remind me when expletive Watson's contract ends. We were just talking about this earlier today. Let me look it up. I think he's got a fat deal for a couple more years. But I think the most interesting thing is like when he's healthy, are they going to go to him? Gosh, 5-year, fully guaranteed, $230 million. It was restructured to help manage through some salary cap, but so much is just guaranteed. And then he'd be a free agent. So he's owed $46 million each of the next 2 seasons. More than Myles Garrett. Yeah. That's crazy, actually. He's literally not playing. And, 26. Next year's his contract year. Trade Watson. Could be. Or technically 2027. AFX. You transferring from Ohio State? No, AFX. Let's play one more game. Oh, you're going to the military? Are you? Well, that's cool, man. Thank you for your service. Look at the stream. We got 67 likes right now. It's perfect. Hit that like button, though. We can get it to 100, though. We got 156 people in the building. BFA Watson is your guys' only hope. We haven't even seen Shedeur yet. Jay Sean, the Browns won a first for Shedeur. Zappy? I don't think Zappy would do any better either. Oh, could outplay Dillon, though? Hey, I mean, maybe, honestly. Literally, the numbers from Dillon have just been that bad. To be fair. Like, what? Oh. Bro. Hey, effects.
I wonder, could we, like, I wonder if we could trade for, like, Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Stop it.
I'm joking.
He was awful, too, with the Browns, unfortunately. Why is every quarterback bad with the Browns the past couple years? Hey, effects. Tiffin, you. Oh, he also just put one in. How much for a boot, Reed? $100? Would you do a boot? Yeah. Let him know when we get that up. AFX DW4 as QB1. He's an elite quarterback. He was, just never for the Browns. Ever. I don't know, man. Just kind of feels like we're locked for a couple weeks of just sucky offense until they make another change and fire people. We're stuck. It's gonna be the same thing against the Jets. How much for a boot, Reed? Do 100?
$100, yeah. Yeah.
$100 super chat.
AFX said 50. For 50, AFX, if you send a $50 super chat on a weekly live show, I'll do a beer bong.
Oh.
But
all right.
For a full boot, 100.
All right. Beer bong for a 50. Beer boot for 100. Balls in your court, AFX. Perfection. Josiah, DW better than DG? Low key. What do you guys think? I wish we had low key. Oh! AFX with the 50. Bang! AFX! Woo! WAFX in the chat. Everybody spam it. Everybody spam AFX.
AFX,
woof.
You're a real one. Real one, AFX.
W. Let's go, dude. I'll do a shot of water. I'll do shots of water. That's so funny. It's a hoodie. Joshua said AFX deserves a Ric Flair woo. Go woo.
Ric Flair go woo on him.
See, that's what I think of as well. But I feel like Ric Flair's probably like an older guy, right? Or no? Yeah, from the Migos song. Oh! Oh! AFX! Bang! Spam AFX in the chat. He's electric. Do you believe it, folks? Woohoo! The money, baby! Bang!
AFX!
Going
crazy!
Oh, no. AFX! AFX! Woo! The Hondo! Bang! He said, like, actually shots of water. By the way, I'm like best friends with her. But it's fine. She's part of my life. So I feel you, AFX. But don't get too wrapped up in it. Try not to look at any or socials too much. It's great, end on good terms, right? But I wouldn't. Being friends can be dangerous a little bit sometimes. It's a good thing though. Keep us posted. Let us know how that goes. But just do some other stuff, right? Keep occupied. Don't think about it as much. It's all good. We're here for you on the show, man. You're an absolute legend, AFX. You're a baller.
And to Joshua Miller's point, Ric Flair was a wrestler.
Oh, that's what.
That's what WWE.
And he went, woo. I'm pretty sure he's the guy from the Migos song. $100 bang. Hey, all right. Reed's gonna get some shots. Boot time. Boot time.
AFX, do you actually want me just to do shots of water, or do you want me to do a boot? Because I'll do a boot. You just send in $150. I'll definitely do a boot.
Whatever you want, AFX. I mean, I'll do shots of water. AFX, do both. There we go.
Joey's gonna do shots of water.
All right.
And I'll do a boot.
Let's go. Let's do it. AFX, baby. $2 super chat. I'm going to regret spending that much money. Boot time. You won't regret it, my friend. Jägermeister. Next week. Come back next week. By the way, Pebble Hunter, $2. Joey makes one more 6-7 joke. I unsub. I can't stop. Pebble Hunter. You know about him? You've noticed him? Pebble Hunter, I can't. I can't unsee it. I can't stop doing it. AFX. The legend. Absolute beast. AFX. You're the MVP to stream right now, man. You're actually the GOAT. Reed's going to go get the boot right now. Wow. WAFX. What a legend, dude. What a legend. So. But yeah, what's up? Tell me what's up, AFX. Y'all are good, just friends. It's cool. It's cool. What a legend. Toolman, who would we bring in to replace Stefanski? I actually had a video on this as well. Look up Browns Report, Kevin Stefanski replacements. There's names that a lot of people have said are going to be available in the offseason. Names that are also on the hot seat. Yo, if the Steelers did something crazy, I saw our Giants host talk about this. If they fired Mike Tomlin or the Ravens fired John Harbaugh, we hate the AFC North. But I respect those coaches. Would y'all consider it? Would you? I mean, the guy, Tomlin's never had a losing season, I think. I mean, barely. Tim Green is my choice to drink. Pebble Hunter. Joe, you play Clash? I got to know. Clash what? Clash Royale or Clash of Clans? Because I haven't played Clash of Clans since I was in middle school. How old are you, Pebble Hunter? Both of them. I don't play either right now, no. But I played Clash of Clans. Why, you play? How old are you, bro? I see it's a popular game. Tim Green in the chat. He does mimosas. Hey, Reed's got the boot. Yeah. Fill my shot. Let's go, Reed. Shot. Oh, fuck me. All right, ready?
Oh, my God. What happened?
We got to get paper towels. Oh, you got them. Perfect. Great. All right, ready? You know what I could do? I could get some shots of hot sauce in here, too. I'll down some of those if AFX is spending. All right, ready?
Shout out to AFX.
Shout out AFX. Look, Reed's got a full beer boot over here. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Boom. Shot down. Look at Reed chugging. Reed. Chug. This is for AFX, baby. Chug. AFX is doing a boot on a Wednesday. That's right, baby. Chug. He's still going. It's for you, AFX. He said another $100 for another boot. He just finished that one. Bang. Let's give it up for Reed. Wow. That's a massive boot, by the way. Look at the size of it. Let's go. Reed, Chuck. Happy Dad beers? Wow. AFX said another $100 for another boot. Tell you what. Yes. I'll make the deal for Reed.
No.
Reed will do another.
No.
For another 100, he'll do it. He'll do it. Time Man said Joey should do one. I don't drink Time Man, but I'll do some hot sauce shots or something else crazy. If y'all send in more super chats, I'll find some crazy to do. Tell you what, I'll fill up my shot glass with hot sauce.
Did Mike
for
Nintendo
20.
Master watch that or what? Josh will appreciate it.
For 20, I'll do a shot of hot sauce. Straight down the hatch. Reed is a legit legend. Oh, Joshua Miller with the 5. And yes, another 100, Reed will do another boot. $5 super chat. Told my 8-year-old if he scored a hat trick in his last soccer game, I'd get him a 6'7" shirt. And guess what he did? 6'7". It's so funny. I'm not stopping. Never. Thank you so much for $5 super chat, Joshua Miller. Thank you, AFX. 150 and counting? Question mark. What a legend.
AFX, how about this?
Hunter.
If you want to send in another one, you can. I'm not going to stop you. I was going to say, if you should send in a 20 this week on and make Joey do hot sauce shots on Red Zone on our main channel.
You could do that.
Hop over there.
You could do that. AFX. So maybe next time, lol. Spent 5 G's this week. Hey, you know what else, AFX? Let me tell you something. Being single saves you so much money, you have no idea. It's a blessing in disguise. When I had a girlfriend, my wallet was draining.
No way. Josh said he wore it to school today and was legit mobbed half the day. I'm sure just multiple people just running up to him.
Literally.
Doing their hands. He said in a good way, of course. Yeah.
In a good way, of course. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. This has been electric. Oh!
I like it.
Pebble Hunter! Let's go, Time Man. Time Man is a legend, but Pebble Hunter with the $20 super chat. Every 6-7 joke, you have to do a hot sauce chaser. That's funny. Let's go get some hot sauce. It's in the main fridge in the it should just be in one of the side pockets on the right of the main fridge. Let's do a hot sauce shot for the 20, baby. Pebble Hunter! Oh, Reed. Can you grab my computer charger by chance? Thank you, Beast. $20 super chat. Pebble Hunter, you're a legend. Dude, we got the real ones showing up on today's live. Like, we got the legends in the building right now. I'm seeing Pebble Hunter, AFX dropping the big bombs. Time man, Joshua Miller in the chat. We got the legends up in here, man. Let's go. Pebble Hunter, baby. Dude, Pebble Hunter. I don't know if it's ever going to go away. Think about it. It's numbers, you know? I saw some guy on TikTok talking about this. He was like, would this meme ever die? Because we will see these numbers for the rest of our lives. And you're always going to think of it. At least I do. I literally can't see the number 6'7" without doing it. I can't. But now I got to do a hot sauce shot. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Why did I make this deal? All right, here we go.
Because you love the Browns fans.
It's true. Do it for the people. Do it for the people. Here we go. Reed looks disgusted over there. Shot of hot sauce, baby. Straight hot sauce. Let's do it. I think that's old. It's been in there for a while. Down the hatch. Boom. For the $20 super. Thank you, Pebble Hunter. Appreciate you. More where that came from. Reed does the next three. No. Get back on the screen. No. That's funny. Yeah, Halloween's coming up. Shots of expired hot sauce. Yeah, dude. We got to get a new bottle. I gotta tell the bosses right now. Hell yeah, Pebble Hunter. Every 6-7 joke I make, Pebble Hunter's gonna send in a 20 and be like, "Go take a shot." Milk shots. Do we have milk? I need some milk.
We don't have any milk, but we do have. No, I'm just kidding.
Where are you going with this?
I was gonna say we do have cheesecake, but I think we threw it out last night.
No, I saw
You saw it
some
today?
this morning.
That's a little expired from last Sunday.
That is expired. I'd take it. All right. We got to get into our next segment here, folks. What? No, 506, 606. 607? It's everywhere. SpaghettiOs. All right. Let's do it, folks. Pebble Hunter said he'd be broke by the end of the week. Only a select few know. It caught on. I feel like I knew about it like early. It's caught on. Chase. Chase. He's he pops on. I love that guy. All right, let's get into our next segment, folks. And then remember, the last segment of the day, we're going to put your super chats into our video or use the hashtag Browns with a question or take. And we'll get you on the screen. Do it, folks. All right, draft video. Shall we? Might as well, right? All right. Talking Mel Kiper. Let's do it. Mel Kiper just put out his big board of the best NFL draft prospects in the 2026 NFL draft. Browns fans, it might be time to take a look at them. I'm going to hop into it with you. tell you the biggest needs, the players that I would love to see in a Cleveland Brown uniform, and we'll get your opinions on it as well. Because draft day's coming up sooner than you think, Browns fans. But first, can we hit 60,000 subscribers in November? I know we can, and it'd be electric. In October, we gained over 4,000 new subscribers. You guys are literally the best. You're awesome. How many can we get in November? I bet we can beat the October total. Let's get over 4,000 again, and even more so. We'll be well over 60K when that happens. You guys are the best. I give you free Browns content every single day. All right, one of the names on Mel Kiper's big board is quarterback Dante Moore. He was pretty high up there. In fact, he was literally number one, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the Browns in the market for a quarterback. Well, what we've seen from Dillon Gabriel has not been good at all. And Dante Moore, Kiper's telling us, is the best one available. Is that someone you want to see, Browns fans? Well, we got some more stats on him. I mean, he's a bigger quarterback. And so that's something that at least the Cleveland Browns could utilize, right? And guess where he's from? East Cleveland. He's a hometown kid. Balling out at Oregon this season. Look at those numbers. 71.4% completion percentage, 19 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, 171 rating. He's balling out. That's why he's number one on the big board. Do we really want to draft another Oregon quarterback, though? I mean, I'm pretty sure he's backing up Dillon Gabriel at one point. But this is number one if Cleveland were to take a quarterback. The next quarterback on Mel Kiper's big board is Fernando Mendoza. Comes in at number 3 overall in terms of every player in the draft. What's different about Mendoza is he's a bigger quarterback, right? Again, someone that these two at least, maybe a style of quarterback that Cleveland hasn't tried recently. But until we see Shedeur Sanders play, I don't know that I'm in on drafting a quarterback yet and projecting QBs. All the mock drafts have us taking quarterbacks. It's like they don't know about the Cleveland Browns situation. We need way more outside of a quarterback. So, Browns fans, you watch the team just as much as I do. Be the GM. Do you want the Browns to draft a quarterback in the first round? Should we be looking that way? Give me a yes or no in that comment section. Like I said, I want to see Shedeur first. And I think we have way more dire position needs outside the quarterback position on offense. And maybe some of our quarterbacks could be successful if they had receivers, if they had linemen. But all the mock drafts are pointing to quarterbacks. So let me know, yes or no in the comment section. I got to bring up an Ohio State Buckeye that was on Mel Kiper's big board. Safety Caleb Downs comes in as the 7th best player heading into the draft. Oh, Browns fans, let me just tell you I'm tempted. Let me just tell you that guy's sick. And I know defense isn't our biggest need at all right now. Grant Delpit at strong safety is playing at an all-pro level, to be honest. But we probably won't have Rayshon Jenkins next year. And Downs is electric. Here's what Mel Kiper had to say about him. He diagnoses quickly thanks to excellent pre-snap instincts, and that allows him to play faster than his straight-line speed might suggest. Plus, Downs is solid in coverage, and he's a very reliable open-field tackler. It sounds exactly like someone who would be perfect for Jim Schwartz's man defense. I got to be honest. I'd be so tempted if Caleb Downs is sitting there to put him on that Browns defense that's already one of the best in the league statistically right now. Oh, I want an Ohio State Buckeye, but I don't know that's our biggest need, folks. I don't know if we're sitting there with an early pick and one of the best receivers or tackles is available. But how do you pass on Caleb Downs? He's such a talent. What do you do? What to do, Browns fans? Do you draft Caleb Downs if he is available? Comment below your thoughts on this idea. I love the idea of bringing in an Ohio State Buckeye, and he's a super talent safety. But that early in the first round, I feel like we have other bigger needs to address. So I'm torn because I'd love it. I wouldn't be mad if we did it, but it wouldn't be my pick to answer the question. All right, next up on Mel Kiper's big board is the best lineman according to Kiper. Spencer Fano, and he specifically is a tackle. Exactly what Cleveland would need. And like I said, he's not only the best tackle on this board, he's the first offensive lineman that's named on Mel Kiper's top 25. And so I'd be looking his way, Cleveland Browns. Kiper had some good things to say about him. Fano started 12 games at left tackle in 2023 before moving to the right side in 2024, and he started 17 games there over 2 seasons. Banter does a great job of keeping his big frame between the pass rusher and his quarterback. He's technically sound and shows good punch to compensate for his lack of ideal arm strength. I think this is the kind of tackle that we need. A versatile tackle who's played both sides, left and right. That 100% is Cleveland's biggest issue right now. Now, the issue is, what do we do with the guards, Joel Bitonio, Wyatt Teller? They're both on contract years. They're not the problem. Our run blocking has been decent. It's pass blocking, and the tackle's getting beat on the edge with ease. So, are we going to go in needing a guard as well if we don't retain Bitonio and or Teller? Well, maybe. But at the moment, Fano, being a versatile tackle, and the Cleveland Browns' biggest issue being tackle, I'd be in on him. If he's available with one of our first-round picks, and it's not too high up. Next up, get excited about this one, Browns fans. Carnell Tate. He's number 12 on Kuiper's big board, and he has been balling at the Ohio State University. We've had luck with Buckeyes. Ohio State has been wide receiver U lately. Egbuka last year, Garrett Wilson recently as well. Bring me Carnell Tate. He's got 6 touchdowns already this year, 587 yards. He's an athletic freak. Kuiper had this to say about him. While most of the college football world focuses on Jeremiah Smith, who I'd also love, but who isn't eligible for the 2026 draft, Tate is putting up some serious numbers and showing why he is a top prospect for this class. Tate has produced big plays on a regular basis, averaging 17 yards per catch this season. He is a precise route runner, has great hands, and displays outstanding body control. And he'll also happily block for ball carriers, which NFL coaches love to see. Love the fundamentals, love the talent, and he's an athletic beast. This catch, October 18th against Wisconsin, there's 2 defenders on him. He rises up, climbs the ladder, makes the snag. This is a touchdown, folks. Went over 100 yards in that game. It was one of his 2 touchdowns that day, and they blew out Wisconsin 34-0. Mismatch, but Carnell Tate, he's showing poise. He's showing ability. Bring me Carnell Tate in Cleveland. I think this is the one that I'm most excited about with how badly we need a wide receiver. I would love for the Jaguars' first-round pick that we acquired to be at a spot where we can draft Carnell Tate, because at the moment, our pick is probably going to be top 5 according to most projections. Now, people are sleeping on us. I think we'll win a couple more games than experts realize. But if the Jags could lose a couple more, and Carnell Tate's available in the teens to 20s range, oh, bring me Carnell Tate. Ohio State University, baby. OH! 1,000 people just said IO. Before we get into more names that Mel Kiper had on his big board that Cleveland could be looking at, I got to tell you about this awesome Cleveland Browns hoodie. I'm wearing it myself. It's that great of a deal. It's over 50% off at chatsports.com/Browns hoodie. It was $70. It's now $28, folks. I mean, seriously. The bosses told me we were doing this deal. I was like, I'll take one. It looks cool. Weather's getting colder. It's comfortable. Chatsports.com/Browns hoodie. I'll put that link in the description and in the comment section. But it's easy to remember. Go to chatsports.com/Browns hoodie. It's only $28. This is a $70 hoodie usually, folks. Take advantage of this awesome deal. Some more first-round targets from the Browns that were on Kuiper's big board. Well, the number 6th ranked player on his big board, Mekhi Lemon, is the first wide receiver that Kuiper lists out of USC. Personally, though, I'm a little more keen towards the Buckeye Carnell Tate that we can get later. Jordan Tyson on this list as well, and people are saying Jordan Tyson might be the best wide receiver of all wide receivers in this class, but Kuiper in his first big board put him at 8, Lemon at 6. But Tyson's a stud. 6'2", 200 pounds. In 2025, through 7 games, he's got 8 touchdowns out of Arizona State. I mean, Tyson, I saw in multiple mock drafts being the first wide receiver off the board. So this could be a name Cleveland looks at towards the top half of the draft, right? If they decide to draft someone like Tyson early and then get a lineman with their pick that could be in the 20s from the Jaguars, okay, you could convince me of that. I would prefer to switch it, though, and get Tate later. We also have a cornerback on this list coming in at number 13 of his top 25. Jermod McCoy out of Tennessee. We have a Tennessee host here named Joey who loves the play of McCoy. And Cleveland obviously traded away Greg Newsome, brought in Tyson Campbell, who's looked pretty good. But CB3 has been up in the air for a while. Seems to be the only place that we get burnt nowadays is Miles Harden. So I don't think it's our biggest need. I don't think he's a first-round pick that we should absolutely key in on. But I'm not going to leave off a corner of this list because that's something that Cleveland should draft at least once at some point during this 2026 NFL draft. And now our biggest need comes back into play. Francis Mauigoa out of Miami. Now, he's a tackle. I put tackles, not guards necessarily on this list, like I said. And Kiper's pretty high on him as well. Now, he's not number one on the board, but like I said, if he's available later with the Jags pick, this might be the option where, okay, you take a receiver that's highest ranked and then get a tackle a little bit later in the draft. Mel Kiper said he's a true mauler, fun to watch for the way he just destroys pass rushers at the point of attack. He has more than 2,000 snaps at right tackle and has the pass protection skill to stick there. But he could absolutely slide inside and become a Pro Bowl caliber guard of the next level. Mauigoa has allowed 1 sack and blown only 5 run blocks since the start of last season. My main message is draft a tackle, please. However, that is a promising sign that he could switch into guard if we don't have Bitonio or Teller, or if we trade one of them by the trade deadline. So that's what I like about the Miami tackle, is he's also versatile, and he's originally being listed as Cleveland's biggest need, left or right tackle. Just draft one of them. Please, Andrew Berry, do it this time for us. Some other needs that came up on Kiper's big board. Well, at 21, Lenore Sellers, quarterback who was ranked a lot higher going into the season out of South Carolina. A big name to watch. But like I said, this could be a scenario where you take a receiver early or tackle early and then get your quarterback later in the first round. But I don't know that I'm in on taking a quarterback yet. You'll have to stay tuned. Zachariah Branch, wide receiver out of Georgia, where our friend Nick Chubb went. He's a bit of a smaller, fast wide receiver. They drew comparisons to Zay Flowers. Also can be utilized in the return game, which is the only reason I think Cleveland would look at him. They kind of use Gage Larvadan in that way right now. I think we need a big wide receiver, though. I think we need a guy that you could throw it up to and make it easy for any quarterback. So, I do not mind the small, fast wide receivers at all. But I think Isaiah Bond kind of could fill this role for us as well this year. And so that's why someone like Jacoby Lane, who came in at 24 on Kiper's big board, is a 6'4", 200-pound receiver. He's been a massive red zone threat. A lot of his touchdowns have come deep in enemy territory. He did break his foot last season, though, and was recovering from an injury, which is why he's a little bit lower on the big board than he usually would have been. But he's a name to watch, Jacoby Lane, with that late first-round pick or second that the Cleveland Browns have. Finally, the last name on Kiper's list is Caden Proctor, offensive tackle out of Alabama. I like the school he's at in the way that they develop players really well there. He didn't really have the best season before he got to Alabama, though. But when you look at his numbers, his stats, he is 6'7", 366 pounds. And over 6 games, 4 starts, just 1 sack allowed, 29 starts of experience, and every career snap over 3 years has come at left tackle. So Caden Proctor, an experienced tackle, and unfortunately, he kind of reminds me a little bit just how big he is of DeJuan Jones. He's not that fat, though, but he is that style of big tackle that Cleveland would use on the outside. And just because tackle is such a big need that I think if we have not drafted one to the point where we're picking late in the first round, if he's available, you got to get him. You got to get a tackle in the first round. If you don't, it's a failure, in my opinion, so far. Because that is just clearly the biggest need of the Browns. So my opinion, folks, is let's draft a wide receiver and an offensive tackle with our first. In whatever order you want. Use the early pick to get a receiver and get a tackle later? Sure. I think what would be best is if we pick, closer to the top 10, the bottom half of it, pick the best offensive lineman in the draft. And then pray that Carnell Tate's available with our later first-round pick. That's a dream draft for me. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you. But quarterback, I'm not looking at for the first-round pick yet. Let me know what you think. Browns fans, what say you? The most important position for the Browns to draft this year. Is it quarterback? Is it wide receiver? Is it offensive line? Is it cornerback? Or a completely different one? And no, we cannot draft a head coach. So pick a position group that you would want the Cleveland Browns to draft most. Folks, sorry we had to go look at draft time already because Cleveland Browns are playing awful. But the season's not over. I just thought it'd be fun to hop on here when Kuiper dropped his big board and Cleveland is going to have 2 first-round picks. So we got to talk about who could be coming in to Cleveland next season. Get hyped up about the new prospects that will be coming up. Subscribe if you love the Cleveland Browns. And if we keep losing, you want me to do more draft content, let me know in that comment section below. But I appreciate all you watching and being subscribed to the family. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. Cool. Dude, I want Carnell Tate so bad. Be so cool. Cool guy in the chat. Christopher said, that is a big boy, Caden Proctor. Pebble Hunter. You didn't see because the graphic was full screen, but I did the 6'7" joke when I read Proctor's height. Reed saw. It's funny. Momo said, I agree with Tate. Ty Man's like, yes. Dude, we need it. We need an Ohio State Buckeye in the first round. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. I heard it in your cadence. Bobby Johnson, I love watching you guys. You do a great job. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Bobby Johnson.
Thanks, Bobby.
We appreciate you. Bobby Johnson. Yeah, folks, there's some exciting prospects. We hit on this draft class, too, this year. The players we did draft are great. We just haven't seen Shedeur yet. And, yeah. And like I said, we didn't draft a lineman, though. That was questionable. I don't get it. And look, Judy had a great season last year, so I can understand where they looked at that and they were like, all right, wide receiver's not the most priority, but now it is.
Joshua said, from Chick-fil-A to fixing the chicken coop.
He's got chickens. All right, folks, reminder. Our final segment of the day is a Q&A. If you want to be a part of it, super chat with a take or a question that you want the world to see. I'll put it up on the screen. If you super chat, you skip the line, we automatically put you up on the screen, get you in a video, or use the hashtag Browns in the comment section, and we will go through and pick some. What do you think, Reed? Should we do a Q&A? Yeah. We totally could. So keep those coming in. Huh? Feel like it. Keep those coming in. You have a good list so far? Ooh. Reed's going to surprise me with some good questions that you guys have been asking. But like I said, you can super chat right now or for the rest of this video to get into it. But we're going to hop in pretty soon, I'd imagine, to our Q&A portion of the video. Time Man wants Jeremiah Smith. He's not eligible yet. I'm with you. I'm with you. All right. Shall we? I know. The Myles Garrett news set us back. And you're doing a boot. Remember, guys, Myles Garrett video on the channel right now. Go check that out. But without further ado. Pebble. Oh, I like doing trivia. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Pebble Hunter. You're a legend. All right. Y'all should do a Browns trivia question every vid or something. I'm down with that. I love Browns trivia. Let me give one for the boy. Maybe I'll give you one right now just for the super chat, Pebble. Something for the boys. $5. Thank you so much, Pebble Hunter. Yeah, I'm in on that. I'll think about it. It's a cool idea though. Definitely on lives I could bring it up potentially. That could be a fun thing to do. I like it. I did have one earlier in an earlier video. How many starting quarterbacks have the Browns had in my lifetime since 2001. So not since 1999, the stat that you always see, but how many different starting quarterbacks have there been for the Cleveland Browns since 2001? Comment below. All right, and then we can pretty much get into the mailbag. Whenever, what's up?
I just this one was. I'll see if you know this one.
Yeah.
Which Browns player was voted to the Pro Bowl every year that he played?
Myles Garrett.
Nope.
Denzel Ward.
Nope.
Voted to the Pro Bowl every year that they played.
Yeah.
Is it it's like a recent one or no? Oh. Smitty! No. Go. Hop in. I said Garrett and Ward. Joe. It's got to be Jim Brown. Then, yeah. Legendary.
Jim Brown is the only player in NFL history to average over 100 yards per game for his career.
Yeah, dude. Averaged over 5 yards a carry, too. 9 years, 3. By the way, Jim Brown, 3-time MVP. No other running back has won the award more than once. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. We gave away a Jim Brown jersey this month, folks, too. Pretty sick. That's why you sub and join the lives and stick around. It's a fun time. Ready? Rebel Hunter. The Pro Bowl was around back then? Yeah, I know, right? That's why I was like. That's why I was thinking. That's why I was thinking recently. Ready? Browns fans got lots of questions. We got to get into the answers. Welcome into the Browns Report, everybody. I am your host, Joey O'Donohue. Major rumors have been going around with the Cleveland Browns lately, including Myles Garrett, some other big names. You're not going to want to miss what we have for you on today's show. So sit back, enjoy, grab a snack, and let's hop into some Cleveland Browns rumors, folks. First of all, Tone came in with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Tone. Said, bench Gabriel, please. And then gave me the classic, Joey, oh. Appreciate that, Tone. Kind of with you at this point, honestly. Gabriel's numbers have been atrocious. And if it was a case of he was just playing like okay football, like middle of the pack, sure. But the numbers are literally the worst among all starting quarterbacks in the league. That includes his passing grade, according to PFF, 47.6. That's the worst. His completion percentage is 59.9. That's fourth worst. But what's ridiculous about that stat is his yards per attempt is 4.9, which is the worst. So he throws it shorter passes than any other quarterback in the league and still has the fourth worst completion percentage? We're still not complete in the dink and dunks? I mean, it's bad. It's bad, Tone. And I don't think it could get any worse at this point. And I know I said that about Flacco, and it might have gotten worse. They're both different styles of terrible because Flacco turned it over 8 times. Yes, that's actually how many times he turned it over. Gabriel didn't turn it over until last Sunday, but he's had multiple turnover-worthy plays, and he just had a really awful pick against the Patriots, and then a second one, and then the safety in the end zone. You should have just been benched right after that. So we'll see what happens. After the bye, they're going to stick with Gabriel to play the Jets. But if you lose to the Jets or something like that, some numbers like that keep up, it's no excuse. Rose, $5 super chat. Clearly, a quarterback was not the biggest concern this season. This draft, we need to focus on O-line and wide receivers. I'm totally with you, Rose. I just made a video saying I want us to focus on getting O-line and wide receivers in the first round. I'm not ready to say let's go draft the quarterback in the first round. I want to see what Shedeur does when he gets out there. And clearly, the offensive tackles this year have been the biggest issue for the Cleveland Browns, specifically when Jack Conklin's hurt. And pass blocking has absolutely been atrocious for the Cleveland Browns as well. So, wide receivers, they've been ranked dead last in the league in many categories as well. Literally, ESPN ranked 98 wide receivers, and Judy was 98th, and Bond was 97th. It was off. So, those are the two biggest issues that need. I'm absolutely with you, Rose. Cleveland, go ahead and get someone. Bring us Cardinal Tate. John Sears came in. said, how about we do this? We put Harold Fannin Jr. in as our wide receiver 1. I'll tell you what, he's big, athletic, and he's a reception machine. I think he'd flourish there. But he's flourishing at the tight end spot right now as well. Love what we're seeing from Harold Fannin Jr. I mean, he's really balling out as a rookie. And I think that if we get him more involved over the next few years, he'll be a name in Cleveland for years to come, especially depending on what they actually do with David Njoku. Are they going to trade him by the trade deadline? Are they not going to sign him in free agency? Try to get a comp pick. I don't even know if we'll have enough free agents leave for that, but we'll see. So Fannin will be in Cleveland for a long time to come. And, hey, they do put him at a lot of different positions. They line him up at fullback, put him out wide once. I'm down for that, John Sears. I'm down for that. Next up, we got Ruben Vasquez. Do you think Shedeur can be better than all quarterbacks in the upcoming draft? Hashtag Browns. What a question here. I mean, right now, some of the highest quarterback prospects are Dante Moore and Fernando Mendoza. Before the year, everyone thought it would be Arch Manning, Drew Aller. The big-name quarterbacks have played awful this year in college football. So now you're going with someone that probably was projected lower before the season, but things developed differently. I would love to say he could. I was high on Shedeur last draft. All the experts were. I think he's the best quarterback in our room right now. We just haven't seen him play. We haven't even seen him get reps with the first teamers. So we have to see him out there field action. But you know what? I think he can be better than the quarterbacks coming out of this draft. And if Dante Moore's the best one, a guy that was Dillon Gabriel's backup at one point, another Oregon quarterback, let's see Shedeur before I make a decision on what quarterback to draft if we are going to get one. I do like that they're bigger quarterbacks, though, because that is a knock on Gabriel right now. Next up, hashtag Browns trade David Njoku and Jerome Ford for Garrett Wilson. Oh, I'm in on that. I'm all in on that. I love Garrett Wilson's game, not only because he's an Ohio State Buckeye, but he's a super talent wide receiver. I mean, he's one of those guys that has production with whoever's at quarterback. Justin Fields is at quarterback right now, and he's putting up numbers. He's also got one of the best catches I've ever seen. Prime time, back of the end zone. It was a one-hander. He's a freak. He's an athletic supernatural. I would love him on my football team. And it'd be another Ohio State Buckeye, which has turned into wide receiver university lately. Bring me Garrett Wilson, whatever it takes. I don't think the Jets are going to move him, though. That would be really bad for them, and they'd take on so much dead money. Makes no sense. They're not going to do the deal this year. But in a year or two, stay tuned, Zeno. Mike Hawk Jr. Are the Browns seriously considering trading Myles Garrett? Hashtag Browns. I don't think they are. But ESPN put out reports today, Jeremy Fowler specifically, saying that this was on the table, saying that he would not be surprised if the Browns actually moved Garrett before the deadline, specifically because of the emotions. And he said, I don't think it's out of the question that the Browns could trade Garrett, even this week, if he really wanted out. If someone came offering the Browns, say, 2 first-round picks, and Garrett, who has a no-trade clause and could therefore veto a deal, really wanted out, it would probably be worth considering. Let's say, totally hypothetical, like the Cowboys or the Los Angeles Rams offered both of the 2026 first-round picks they have as a result of prior trades. Cleveland would be looking at the possibility of having 4 first-round selections in the 2026 draft. The Browns would be able to completely control round 1 and come out of it with whichever quarterback they wanted. The acquiring team would have to pay Garrett a fairly reasonable $31.5 million in fully guaranteed money in 2026 and about $30.5 million in 2027. I mean, that idea of us having 4 firsts, if it was a team like the Cowboys or Rams, and I absolutely think, both of those teams would make that offer, specifically the Rams, who are really in contention in the NFC, and they're looking like a top 10 team in football. But from the Browns side, I think there's no way they're considering this. Not at all. If the phone rings and you get a mega offer, different story. But right now, as Adam Schefter tells us, there's no chance. He even said that there's a better chance that you win the lottery than the Browns deal Garrett. What do you think? Should the Browns really consider this? Should you consider dealing Myles Garrett to stockpile for the future? I think there's an argument from the fans to be like, well, yeah, we're rebuilding. We could really do this thing up. But he is more than a generational player. And the more you have that guy in Cleveland, the more you're going to have an actual chance to win and contend. And our defense is playing like one of the best in the league. We just have to fix the offense. We'd be so good. With this defense if we had any sort of offense. So don't trade 95 just yet. And I don't think they will. Coming up, we got more questions to answer for you Browns fans, so you're going to want to stick around. Do not go anywhere. But first, I am super excited to tell you this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. The hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Football is in full swing now on Sundays. The Cleveland Browns get to rest up, enjoy the bye, and so I am big into daily fantasy with Prize Picks, and I'm obsessed with it because it makes all the games more entertaining. And before the Browns play, I lock in on all my players in my lineup and their player projections. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. And Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. That's good. And Bryce Young is the first player in my lineup. More than half a passing touchdown. CJ Stroud, also more than half a passing touchdown. And Josh Allen, more than 1.5 passing touchdowns against the Chiefs. That game is going to have some bright lights on it. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring. Download the app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Joshua Miller, 6740. Other than the Browns, who would the dog pound like to win the Super Bowl? Oh, that's an interesting question. I guess I haven't thought about that from the Browns' perspective. Well, it wouldn't be an AFC team, right? Probably be someone in the NFC. Absolutely no one in our division. That goes without saying. Other than the Browns, who would the dog pound like to win the Super Bowl? I think we also wouldn't want to see the Bucs win it, just because if Baker won a Super Bowl, we might all quit the team. Like, that would just be a blow. And now you would probably say the same about the Texans, right, if Nick Chubb won one. Although we do love Nick Chubb. So maybe we wouldn't be as mad if he won that. I think it'd have to be an absolute random team with no connection to the Browns. like Reed saying Seattle Seahawks. I mean, you could say, like, the Lions. You know what? That would be the pick. Because the Lions are also 0-16 at one point. We shared that with them. I think it'd be cool to see another team who was just as bad be just as good. And then it gives us hope that we could do that next season. Let's go with Detroit. Good question, Joshua Miller. Christopher, what difference will offense get with different play caller? Your prediction, please. Well, I think, funny enough, Stefanski said he is looking at that. He was asked if he's going to give up play calling, and he was like, we're going to look at all things in the bye week, and that includes play calling. So would it get better? I don't know if it'd be much better, but Stefanski's has been so bad, and his specifically doesn't work with the players we have on offense. So I think first week, if we came out of the bye and said, Tommy Rees is calling plays against the Jets, I think it'd be electric. The Jets suck. You catch them off guard. And that first week, week 10, with Rees calling the plays, would probably look like a spark. That usually happens when you start a new quarterback or have a new play caller or something like that. So I think it'd be a little better. And Stefanski's plays, he loves play action. He loves 2 tight ends. He loves things that take long to develop. And when we don't have that, it's a lot of short plays that he's also calling and that Gabriel's throwing. I think Rees would bring a little bit more juice, take a little bit more deep shots. They said they want to get Jerry Jeudy more involved too. Well, Judy's got to catch the ball, but he is our number one. Catch him on a post. Go a little deeper. I'm down. Tim Green. The reason Dillon keeps starting is because him and Kevin Stefanski share the same agent that offers them incentives. That's why Shedeur isn't starting. Tim, I brought this up in my video on Wednesday. Go watch that if you guys haven't yet. But There's truth to that. Coaches under CAA, the agency that reps Kevin Stefanski, has a rep that reps Andrew Berry, also are agents of Dan Lanning, Brant Venables, and Gus Malzahn. 3 of these coaches, Dillon Gabriel played for. It's no coincidence, folks. The CAA influence in Cleveland is similar to Athletes First in Chicago. Jimmy Sexton, who declined to comment for the story, has represented the past 2 Browns head coaches, Freddie Kitchens and Kevin Stefanski, and another CAA agent represents Andrew Berry, like I said. To your point, Tim, same coaches that repped Dillon Gabriel coaches, I should say. So, kind of fishy. Look, I don't know if that's necessarily fishy, but it is that the fact that they clearly favor Dillon Gabriel. They clearly drafted him over Shedeur and gave him all the opportunities that Shedeur hasn't gotten yet. They really want him to be the guy, and it's just not been the case through 4 weeks. Maybe the agency tie had a little bit to do with that. Put Shedeur in soon, though. Next up, we have It's Dallas. I have an underdog Kevin Stefanski replacement that not a lot of people are talking about. How do you feel about Clint Kubiak coming in and being the next head coach if we fired Stefanski? I mean, Kubiak has had his up and downs is the issue there. I think a lot of these coordinators have had ups and downs too. Like another name people talk about a lot is Cliff Kingsbury, right? Who's doing a great job as an offensive coordinator in Washington, but he was awful as a head coach. And similarly, Kubiak had an awful tenure. What was it with the Saints? It was the Saints. So I don't know that it'd be much better for the Browns, and I think we'd be calling for him to be out soon, just like we probably would if we got another coordinator who was bad as a head coach. However, I do like the fact of thinking offensive-minded, and if we can go out get a guy who's offensive-minded, I might be a little bit more in on that, and we keep Jim Schwartz run the defense. Also, bring in John Gruden. That's a name I'm starting to see. He grew up a Cleveland guy. Bring me John Gruden. Cool guy. What's going on, cool guy? Given how the season's going, do you think the Browns may genuinely stick with Stefanski once the season's over? Well, I'll tell you what, cool guy. A lot of people calling for this firing to happen mid-season. That seems unlikely. Jimmy Haslam said Stefanski's done a good job. I don't know what Haslam's watched, but he did make the point that he was dealt a bad hand with the Watson deal. And they're going to ride out Stefanski for the rest of the year. If the season is awful, I would not be on board with bringing back Kevin Stefanski in 2026. If the rest of this year looks like the first half of this year, with our easier schedule in the back half, fire the head coach. Haslam doesn't seem like he's budging on that yet. Barry neither. There's a lot of miscommunication between the owner, the GM, and the coach. They're all on different pages. But I would not bring him back if we have a bad season. If we're under 5 wins at the end of the year, I've seen enough. Next up, we got Draco. I only trust what I hear about the Browns from you guys. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you. And, you know, a lot of people maybe don't see it, but we do research really hard here. And, you know, there's a lot of work, a lot of long days to put in for a couple 10-minute videos. But we're here hours on end, longer than a traditional job usually. But we love doing it because we love you guys. I love doing it because I love the Cleveland Browns. Get to talk about my favorite team. We're constantly diving in. So I really appreciate you coming on here and saying that, man. It is nice to hear. And we're going to try to do our best for you, give you the best Browns news out there on YouTube. So glad you are here and subscribed. Everybody else, join the party and hit that sub button. You can also go on over to X, follow me at Joey070. If you have more questions straight up for me, I'm always answering on X/Twitter because I got less people over there. Hit that subscribe button if you want to be a part of the Browns Report family and get the news that you can trust. We're here for you. We thank you guys. We appreciate you all, and we'll see you next time here on the Browns Report. Cool. Cool guy. AFX. $2 super chat. Before this stream, I slept for 22 hours. How's that possible? Yo, CJ's in the chat. Trade David Njoku to my Bengals. Bengals fan in the chat. Boo. We're not trading with the Bengals again. That was pretty crazy that you did an in-division trade. I liked the idea of trading Flacco and getting a fifth for him, but then it hit me after. I was like, wait, to the Bengals? But they're the only team that would call about him, so I get it. It just obviously, unfortunately, helped the rival. Unfortunate. Toolman, why wait? Fire him now. Hey, the fans are with that, but the Browns team is going to ride with Stefanski the rest of the year, I believe, based on what Haslam said. Things change on a dime in the NFL, though, so get ready. That's why you got to have your notifications on as well if you're subscribed, because we will make videos instantly when there's breaking news. And if it's something wild, we'll go live for it and talk about it, like a Stefanski firing. So make sure you are subbed and have your notifications on, folks. We appreciate all of you. It's been a good time. It's been a fun time. Hope you all enjoyed it. Like I said, keep those notifications on. Still going to post a video later today. So make sure you hop on there, hit the like button, comment on it. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you so much. Like I said, enjoy the bye week. Rest up. We don't have to watch any losses this week for our team. But I will be live on Chat Sports main channel. So if you want to come hang out with me this Sunday still, I'll be doing the NFL Red Zone stream. I think that's the best one to watch if your team's not playing. Check in on all the touchdowns that are going on. So hop on with me at Chat Sports YouTube channel. I'll be there. Appreciate you all so much for tuning into this edition of Live. We thank you all, and we'll see you very shortly here, I'm sure, on the Browns Report.